It has happened after a long time that we did not have a single negative opinion.
People have liked it, people have kind of enjoyed it a lot, and a subject like this to be enjoyed is a great feeling. They're actually taking this film village to village to village to village, where there are no theatres, where there are no televisions, actually setting up vans, getting groups of villages to kind of watch this particular film. It's a fantastic initiative. Taxation is actually the lowest cost of this. If you actually know this thing, the low-cost sanitary napkin people are not even taxed. Those pads are not even taxed. It's taxed only for the multinationals. Hi, this is Balki here. You're watching Bollywood Hungama.
As far as your writing is concerned, with Swanand or even within yourself, did you think consciously that that level of entertainment quotient, it should remain consistent right throughout?
Yeah. The film is shot as it's written. So we were very clear that this is not going to be a preachy film.
Yeah.
It's got to be emotional. It's got to kind of be emotional, but it's got to be, even the emotion has to be, why the hell are you going through this? So what have I done? It's not emotional as if something magnificently serious has happened. I'm doing something that is good. Why are you blaming me for that? The helplessness of not being able to understand what the fuss is all about is what we wanted to capture right from the beginning. And that actually lends itself to a lot of humor. Even when you're crying, you say, but what have I done wrong? Makes you kind of like, correct, why are we crying? There's nothing wrong he's done.
No,
that balance was very, very critical for us.
Yeah, definitely. So in fact, we did this public opinion. Obviously in Mumbai we do it, but we did this public opinion in California. We keep all the opinions, even if it's positive or negative. I think it has happened after a long time that we did not have a single negative opinion. People absolutely, I'll show you that video short while later, and people have absolutely loved the movie. They were like, it is 10 out of 5. That sort of response was there. People were literally, and they were happy with the fact. Obviously, most of them are expatriates, and they were happy with the fact that such films, such progressive films, are being made in India right now. And it just, हम लोगों का जो सर जो है वो ऊंचा हो जाता है in filmों से. When people give a thumbs up, obviously in Mumbai as well, everyone has spoken positively as far as people are concerned. As a filmmaker, do you feel heartened, like vindicated that what you set out to make, it has come across the similar way?
Of course I do. It really heartens me that people have liked it, people have kind of enjoyed it a lot, and a subject like this to be enjoyed itself is a great feeling. Sometimes wonder is, what does it take for it to kind of become, for it to reach every corner of the country? Because certain films I know are not designed to reach every corner of the country, but they have to for a very different purpose. So I think what we are doing with this film what heartens me a lot, actually. Yes, the numbers will come and we'll be okay and we'll be good and all that, and people will never look at the numbers of this film, because the importance of this film is a lot.
It's doing good numbers.
It's doing very good. But what I want is a lot more than that, because like, for example, the World Bank and the Gates Foundation have gotten together. They're doing something wonderful. They're actually taking this film village to village to village to village, where there are no theatres, where there are no where there are no televisions, where it's media dark, actually setting up vans, getting groups of villages to kind of watch this particular film. It's a fantastic initiative. To me, I think the true part of this film will not come through whether it's doing well, how well it's doing, but in how many people have changed, how many people have been affected, how many people are aware of this thing. Though it's not a public service film, though it's not a documentary film, though it's an entertaining film, I feel that this is too big an opportunity to lose out to kind of change a habit.
Sure.
To change a way of looking
sure.
at
So
this.
now coming to some of the criticism that has been coming the way. Now I read somewhere on Facebook, which I don't entirely agree with, but still I would like to share with you. So the perception was that obviously you are you're putting like a hefty price on the ticket, but at the same time, what is the surety that this will actually just create this awareness about low-cost sanitary pads, because that is something which is the most important aspect that this film is harping upon, and the fact that the way it is so heavily taxed. So is there something that you feel that that tax can be reduced, or maybe many feel that it should be completely done away with? So how do you react to?
I think people have misunderstood this thing. I think number one, films have to be priced according to theatres and things, taxes, unless it goes tax-free with the government. I suppose could happen. I don't know when it will happen, what will happen, whether it will be after the film or before the film. But surely, I think this movement of actually taking the film to various villages and showing it to a lot of people who can't afford to come to a theatre or can't go to a theatre is a great thing. But as far as the change is concerned, there's a huge, when I keep wishing that it reaches a lot of villages and all this stuff, actually, a lot of the urban areas also have the same issue. They all have the same kind of hesitation to talk about it. They all have the same kind of lack of awareness of menstrual hygiene. There's a lot of things happening. Now, the thing is not about low-cost sanitary napkins or not. It's first awareness. You know, a lot of the brands in the country, a lot of the multinational brands and a lot of the famous brands are positioning, you know, this sanitary pads itself differently. Sanitary pads are a hygiene device. The moment you say you're going to get a disease if you use something else, you will fall ill, you will do this stuff, people are going to be aware of something hygiene. It's a hygiene issue more than anything else. That has to be communicated. Now, that itself has not been communicated. Awareness. See, even if I give you a low-cost sanitary pad, why will you use it if you don't know why I have to use it?
Correct.
Number one. First is awareness. I think that's what this film will do.
Yeah.
Hey, there's an awareness of pads and all that. There is a lot this film will do. In terms of affordability, there are a hell of a lot of low-cost players. There are, you know, people who are localized, who in each of the colonies and localities, even in the further parts of Bombay, Maharashtra, hell of a lot of people are there in manufacturing these pads. Taxation is actually the lowest cost of this. If you actually know this thing, the low-cost sanitary napkin people are not even taxed. Those pads are not even taxed. It's taxed only for the multinationals. Okay. If you want to reduce the cost of the napkins, tax is a very small component of it. It's the manufacturing cost of the pads, which people have to figure out what has to be brought down, how it has to be brought down. That's what Muruganandam has done. That's all a lot of people like that have done. It's the manufacturing cost that has to come down. Now that's a battle that a lot of people are fighting. It's just not us. The entire UN is kind of supporting this cause, figuring out new ways to do this. The World Bank is supporting the cause. They're funding this cause. The Gates Foundation is funding this cause of how to bring down the cost of sanitary napkins. Actually, yesterday, the Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh announced 10 lakh sanitary pads absolutely free for this week. Which has happened. So I think people are aware and are doing a lot of things.
Public toilets as well, I believe sanitary napkins is being
vended. There are vending machines are being started. Disposal systems are kind of being put in place where you can get rid of those kind of pads, because that also is very important kind of thing. So there is a lot of thought and action going on. But the fundamental reason a film can do is we're not here to awareness.
100%. That is true. So people actually, I feel that they tend to be a bit harsh at times as well. That एक तो आदमी picture बनाए अच्छे तरीके से, अच्छे cause के लिए, अच्छे नियत से, उसके बाद में then you start putting conditions which can be
unfair as well. There. You know, you always want more.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, this is Balki here. You're watching Bollywood Hungama.